Hello, everybody. It's Daniel speaking, an English teacher. Today, we're having our next emotional English podcast where we learn an English language effortlessly, emotionally, filled with energy, and of course, positively. And what we're going to say today, I'm going to say that I'm a little bit under the weather. What does it mean? It means that you feel not so good. If we'll go deep into the origin of this little idiom, we'll know that historians believe that this idiom comes from the sea. In the days before airplanes, people usually traveled by the ship, and the people who worked on the ship, they use this idiom a lot. And what do you think? Who works on the ship? Sailors, right? Sailors works on the ship. So they used that idiom to explain their own feelings, right? They used the phrase under the weather because they wanted to say that they feel not so well this beautiful day. And that's my feelings right now. Yeah, but you know what? Never mind. We have an amazing time. We have an amazing opportunity to discuss this idiom today. And I'll read some great options. What could you do, or what can you do when you feel bad, when you feel under the weather? What do you do when you feel under the weather? Right? So we will check out the following activities, which we can do with our friends or family members. And maybe these ideas might help us, right, to feel better when we are feeling sick, when we are feeling under the weather. So the first thing I want to discuss is that people from the website Wanderopolis.org recommend us to try things out. For example, we have 3 statements here. I will read each statement for you guys, and then we'll discuss each of the statement together. And then I'll ask you some questions according to it. We'll find some new words here inside, and I hope that would be pretty educational for our English practice. And I hope you guys have fun. We'll have fun for sure. So when your body aches, sometimes a nice heating pad will make you feel a lot better. Do you know you can make your own homemade heating pad with some rice and an old sock? Find an old sock. Check your kitchen cabinet for some rice and learn how to make a rice heating pad. Then, the next time you're feeling a little under the weather, pop your heating pad in the microwave for a few seconds and prepare to get well soon. So when you feel under the weather, right, you you're kind of lazy. You don't want to do anything, right? You feel under the weather. You feel sick, but you need to get well soon. So I'm an English teacher, so I need to feel myself in a good way because I cannot teach my students when I'm not in the right conditions, right? I need to feel good myself, right? If I don't, I can't make my lesson in a good way. So my students, they can feel this lack of energy, and I don't want to share my under the weather mood, okay? So I want to spread my positivity. I want to spread my actions. I want to spread my motivation to my students. That's what I really want to do. And so when your body aches, according to this first part, what this article recommends us to do. Nice heating pad, right? It's this little pillow. Imagine the little pillow, and inside of this pillow, you have, you have some rice, right? And this rice, not cooked, right? It's unboiled rice. And you kind of heating this rice up in the microwave. And then you use this little pillow for warming your body. And you feel pretty calm and nice. And as this article or part saying to us, you kind of preparing yourself to get well very soon. Do you believe in it? I don't. I don't think so. That's a very good idea. If I feel under the weather, what I do is I watch movies, positive comedies, and maybe next episode, we'll discuss one of my favorite comedies, right? So it's a very good topic to discuss. And maybe you will know one more movie to watch your closest weekends, right? Why not? So the second recommendation, what they share with us is ask an adult friend or family members to take you on a field trip to a local pharmacy. What is a local pharmacy? And what is the different local pharmacy with the pharmacy which is far, far away from your apartment? Yeah, the local pharmacy, it's the closest shop which sell you some drugs, right? Like a drugstore, okay? Local pharmacy. And where is this pharmacy shop? It's a local one, which is close to your apartment, or it's a very far one, which you need to use a car for, right? You need to use a car, you need to drive there, and then only there you can buy some stuff. Not local pharmacy, right? Pretty far away pharmacy. Not good for us. All right. So we need to ask an adult friend or family member to take us, right, on a field trip to a local pharmacy. So we need their help. We need them to drive us to this local pharmacy shop. So then we browse the aisles looking at all the counter medications available, right? We are looking at all of the over the counter. This is the one phrase, over dash that dash counter medications available, right? So we need to find a specific medications which we need, right? When we feel under the weather, when you feel cold, when you have a fever, right? You need specific medications. But again, I'm not recommending you guys to use any types of medication because I don't live like this, okay? I love yoga. I love Ayurveda, right? It's Ayurvedic knowledge, right? I love this kind of medication, right? So I love to drink different herbal teas. I love to control my diet. This is the best medication for myself, right? If I feel under the weather, I just drink more tea with lemon or herbal teas, and I feel pretty comfort close to my favorite comedy, right? Film or series. I watch something or I do something what I like, and I don't bother myself with extra, with extra activities like extra lessons. I can't do that, okay? You need to rest. Rest is the best doctor. Memorize that part. So, but let's continue. What ailments do they treat? What does it mean, ailments? Ailment, it's a sickness. It's an illness, right? Typical one, right? It's cold. Cold, it's an ailment. It's a sickness which is pretty treatable, very fast to treat, right? You can easily treat this ailment. Ailment, it's a sickness. So what ailment do they treat? Which products have you used in the past? Are these illnesses you've never heard of? Seeing all of the different medical problems that need treatment will give you an appreciation for how important your health is. Talk with a friend or family member about what you can do to stay as healthy as possible. And again, I will disagree with this statement again. Why? First of all, or as a second of all, I'm a big believer in positive energy of our body. So if you believe that it's possible to hit your ailment, why not? You can do that, right? Why not? Just try to push your body to fight with this disease, to fight with your ailment, and you will win. You will win. And again, if you don't trust and you don't believe in your body, then go to your doctor and then ask your doctor what's better for you when you feel under the weather. Up to you guys. It's your body. It's your control. All right. And the last recommendation, what they share with us here is when you are feeling under the weather, there is nothing quite like a hot bowl of homemade chicken noodle soup. Or would you prefer homemade chicken and dumplings? Maybe a slice of pepperoni pizza? These are all comfort foods that can help us feel a bit better when we're all otherwise fighting a cold, right? otherwise fighting a cold? What other comfort foods do you enjoy when you're feeling ill? If you have a favorite comfort food that always makes you feel better, share it with all your Wonder friends in the comments section. Okay, actually, it's the article, right? That's why they're kind of offering us to share our comfort food. What is a comfort food, by the way? Do you know? What is comfort food for you guys? Is it a slice of pizza? Is it a hamburger? Is it something nasty? Huh? What do you think? Of course, it all depends. It depends on your mood. It depends on your, physical activity or your interest. You need to decide what's better for you, okay? So if you want to eat something when you feel not so good, but it's not something, it's not something severe, okay? It's severe means not something powerful, right? The disease is not so big. You need to find the comforting food, right? Or people call it comfort foods. For me, I like to eat something simple, which is pre-cooked. And I like to drink a lot of tea and maybe cookies or something like that. I don't want to concentrate my mind on tough process of cooking. I don't want to cook when I feel under the weather because you make not very delicious food, right, while you're feeling not good. And that's my way, right? I try to eat cookies, something sweet, and maybe it's not so good, but I like it. I do it because I want it. And again, my body is the best doctor. I trust my body, and I believe that my body can provide me all I need, right? All I need for my recovery. That's my position. What do you guys think about it, right? What is your best under the weather fix method or whatever? So share with me on my Instagram page. If you have something to say, send me your feedback. I really want to know what you think about this podcast. And to be honest, last days I received the message from Anchor. It's the podcast service which I have been using for a while, and they said that until 10th of April, so Russian people who live in Russia, they can't use, right? They will not able to use this service anymore because of these sanctions and this situation in Ukraine. It's kind of sad, but anyway, that's not making me sad because I found the alternative, another platform which I use for my podcasts. And no worries, guys. We can continue learning our language without any problem. So don't be scared. Everything gonna be fine. So we'll stay on the line and everything gonna be okay. So and another announcement which I really want to make. So this week I'll have another episode on Sunday, probably. And we'll discuss another movie list, a topic. Maybe we'll discuss another comedy, which is highly recommend to watch, right? I will recommend you some great films to watch, and we will discuss some of these. I hope you will love it. But now let's revise our today's vocabulary, right? I will ask you some words from the text, right? And then, you will answer me. What do you think about this? Do you feel okay with these words which we face today or not? But before I'll do that, I will read the whole story again, just for the revision, all right? I will try to read very slowly to be very understandable, okay? So let's begin. The part number 1, right? The recommendation number 1. When your body aches, sometimes a nice heating pad will make you feel a lot better. Did you know you can make your own homemade heating pad with some rice and an old sock? Find an old sock, check your kitchen cabinet for some rice, and learn how to make a rice heating pad. Then, the next time you're feeling a little under the weather, pop your heating pad in the microwave for a few seconds and prepare to get well soon. All right, it's the first part. So, guys, help me with one thing. What is a heating pad? Why people need heating pads? Okay. To feel a lot better, right? To feel a lot better. So they're warm, they're nice. You can use them. You can put them to the right spot when you have a problem, right? So it's a very good doctor. It's a good treatment for your under the weather conditions, okay? And they recommend us to make a rice heating pad, right? It can heat our body to the specific zone. Why not? We can use it. But you know what's funny? I'm really scared of microwaving it. That's kind of weird. Whatever. Second part, ask an adult friend or family members to take you on a field trip to a local pharmacy. Browse the aisles looking at all of over-the-counter medications available. What ailments do they treat? Which products have you used in the past? Are these illnesses you've never heard of? Seeing all of the different medical problems that need treatment will give you an appreciation for how important your health is. Talk with a friend or family members about what you can do to stay as healthy as possible. When you're feeling under the weather, it's the last part, which we have here. When you feel under the weather, there is nothing quite like a hot bowl of homemade chicken noodle soup. Or would you prefer homemade chicken and dumplings? Maybe a slice of pepperoni pizza? These are all comfort foods that can help us feel a bit better when we're otherwise fighting a cold. What other comfort foods do you enjoy when you're feeling ill? If you have a favorite comfort food that always makes you feel better, share it with us. Go to my Instagram and share it with me. I'm ready for your comfort food. Okay, sorry. Now let's have a little questionnaire here according to these two parts. What kind of food you can call what type of food you can call chicken noodle soup? So, where is our chicken noodle soup? Is it a junk food? Is it a homemade food? Or it's, let's say, something nasty and junk, right? Junk food. Of course, it is homemade comfort food, right? Comfort makes you feel better. Okay, comfort food makes you feel much better. And what is dumplings? Dumplings. Okay. So dumplings, it's these little pieces of meat covered with bread or duff, right? And then you boil it and then you eat it with mayonnaise, mayo, right? And some people like to use what they use. They like to eat, I think it's a sour cream, right? Yeah, sour cream in Russia, very popular. And people eat dumplings with sour cream, with mayo, with ketchup. I like grilled dumplings, you know, when you are grilling it on the pan. Why not? Now I'm a little bit hungry, so my saliva goes out. Okay, so what's next? I can ask you guys here. The next thing is, how do you call the place where you can buy some medicine? Okay, that's a pharmacy, isn't it? Yeah, the pharmacy. Local pharmacy situated close to your apartment. And if you need a ride, though it's not your local pharmacy, it's probably pharmacy, which is placed far away from your apartment, okay? Inside of the pharmacy, you have these little shelves, right? Where, you can see the medicine, right? How do you call them? These little shelves. Okay, that's the aisles, right? So, and we need to browse the aisles and looking at all these medications available, right? Which can help us, right? And the last question for you guys, what is the ailment? Ailment, right? Oh, okay. Ailment, it's a disease, right? It's a sickness, but this sickness is very treatable easily, right? It's a minor one, minor illness, okay, which is not very powerful. It's not a diabetes. It's not, let's say, a cancer, right? It's something easy, right? Ailment, like cold, right? Or, if you have a high temperature. So that's the ailment. And I think it's enough for today, okay? So we're already having our 20 minutes episode. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your donations. Really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know on Telegram or on Instagram, on TikTok. Subscribe and follow and have an amazing journey of your English practice with us, with Emotional English podcast. Thank you, and I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.